My name is Marissa McTasney, and I'm the founder and owner of Moxie Trades. We design, manufacture, and distribute safety footwear for women right across North America, and we are looking at 10 years in business, so we are very excited and proud about that. I think Canada can be a creative, entrepreneurial country, and that would look like a country that has core values of entrepreneurial activities really early on in school, and we celebrate those success stories of entrepreneurs who have grown business and are socially responsible, not just here at Canada, but across the border and around the world, and showcase our innovation, our best practices, our collaboration, and our growth as a nation. Here are my top 5 ideas to help Canada become a creative and innovative country built by entrepreneurs. I think that we need one unified organization that rallies all of the entrepreneurs, leaders, mentors, experts, education, and government, and share those best practices so that we can collaborate and innovate together, continue to educate and find gaps and fill those gaps. I think there's nobody else better to do it than Startup Canada, so that's where my vote is. Second is financing. I think a lot of the creative and innovative ideas are coming from industries that currently aren't really being funded. The BDC funds by industry, and so there's a lot of high-risk portfolios that fall outside of what typically gets funded. But BDC is a very profitable Crown corporation, and I believe an allocation of those financial profits should be allocated to high-risk companies because I believe that's where the high-growth opportunities really are. I also believe that we need to create a financing continuum. As an entrepreneur, you go from bootstrapping to credit cards to lines of credit, and hopefully you can get financing through BDC, banks, venture capitalists, or angel investors. There's so many ways today. But as you're growing your business and you're successful, time is of essence, and so is finding more money. And I found that when companies were successful, that was when they were the most vulnerable. And so I think if we could create a financing continuum that engaged people, so your lending facilities held hands and helped you grow your business. So there wasn't a gap and you fell through the cracks. So a shared financial history and growth strategy for financing would be essential way earlier on in business. The third thing I think we need to do is make sure that every entrepreneur in Canada has an opportunity, and that includes looking at supplier diversity programs. I think the government should create a mandated supplier diversity program. I'm going to use the example of women entrepreneurs, but the US has a mandated supplier diversity program for women, and they have 30% of all small business are owned by women compared to Canada with only 17%. I know this would also be really great for small businesses and a procurement strategy within government, so that there's more opportunities to get into government. If it's the government that's going to be lending us the money, then it's in the government's best interest to provide opportunities as well, so we can continue to grow strong businesses. The next thing is, number 4, mentorship. We know that entrepreneurs with mentors are much more successful than entrepreneurs without. We did create a Find One, Be One mentorship e-guide through Startup Canada, and so I would encourage the government to support all mentorship programs, linking mentors with mentees, and it's a full circle. We should all have a mentor and be a mentee at the same time. And finally, number 5, education. I believe we need to make sure the entrepreneurial idea is ingrained in our core values. And so we need to teach this young and at school so it becomes part of mainstream core Canadian values. And from that, you're going to have kids growing up with creative ideas and the possibilities that they can actually bring them to life successfully. Thank you very much.